originally from California, and I grew up poor, really poor. My mother was a cocktail waitress in bars and casinos, and she had 4 kids to take care of, and she didn't have a lot of money. I remember one morning seeing her getting ready for work, and I looked down at her shoes, and she had tape wrapped around the front of her shoes. And I said, "Mom, what are you doing? That looks terrible." And she said, "Well, I've got holes on the bottom of my shoes, and I need to tape it so the rocks don't get in." And I said, "Yeah, but Mom, yesterday we went to the shop, and you bought new shoes for all of your kids. What about you?" And she just said, "Well, I have to make sure that my children are taken care of. I love you, and you've always got to have the best. And I don't mind wearing the tape around my shoes if that's what it takes to make sure that you've got good shoes on your feet and you're taken care of." Well, I'll tell you, my love for my mother and my understanding of the sacrifice that she made so that we could have a good life growing up, even in our poor situation, I realized she was willing to pay the big price. And the reality is, if you got people that you admire, if Bill Gates forming Microsoft, or Steve Jobs, or if you name your hero who built some huge corporation or whatever, you know that they worked amazing hours. They really paid the price, and they did the sacrifice for their people and for their company so that it could make it. And the question is, are you willing to pay the price for success? It could be that you've been stuck in the same situation for year after year after year, and if you don't change something, you're never going to get what you want. And when you make that change, you're going to have to pay a price for it. Fortunately now, there's a way to do it using online marketing, viral marketing, and so on, that you don't have to pay the kind of price that my mother paid and that people have paid in the past. You just have to have a winning system, and you have to do it consistently. And the price to be paid is you've got to do what makes successful people. And so we'd like to offer that to you. We'd like you to write to us, and we'll write back and share with you a system, because you really do need a system. It needs to be duplicatable, and we have that. So please, give us your information. We'll write to you. We'll show you how to pay a price, not so big a price like my mom paid, not such a big price like these people who had to work for 30 years, 80 hours a week, but we will show you the price you need to pay and the system you need for success.